Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you on another Picture Perfect Friday afternoon. Welcome. Ronnie's off this weekend, so it'll just be the two of us on a fun weekend, too, because we've got a stakes on Sunday, and that's a mandatory Rainbow Six on Sunday.
It is.
Too.
I was thinking of breaking out into song, but I don't have the energy to.
Okay.
Yeah. You know the song Just the Two of Us?
Oh, I do know that song.
There you go. I'm not going to sing it for everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. That's Sunday. PPs are out, and there you can see there. And these estimations have been, not only have they been spot on, but we always thank everybody for sending it in because it's been seven-figure days for sure. Today, 2 racing days left, obviously, before Sunday, but today it's $150,000 in the estimated jackpot. So if we're fortunate enough to be live on Sunday to a carryover, there you can see it there. That'll definitely be the biggest carryover we've had
I agree.
in a while.
Yep, I agree.
On the mandatory days, because I think we went 3 weeks on this one. I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's going to bode well. So that's Sunday. Like I said, PPs are out, picks are out. We'll film a video, get all that good stuff. But today, on a fast and firm Friday with 9 races, let's kick it off in an early pick 5 here. I lost a couple picks today, so that was kind of a bummer. $40, although a scratch here kind of helped me because I didn't want to give out a $60 early pick 5 ticket. Race number 2, I've got the 9 on top there. That is Pizzicato. Race number 3, I've got the 6 on top. That is Valid Sense. You can see the single in race 4, and yep, that is my best bet. That's Goldie Glory, the 7 in race number 5. 16 is the order down on the inside. She's high maintenance. Jose D'Angelo's got a couple in there, but I'm going to go with
3
her.
to be
He's
precise.
got 3?
Yes, because I was looking at it for a sec. Oh, wait. Yeah. Chancelicious, She's High Maintenance, and Classic Ballad.
There you go.
Oh, wait.
No,
that's Amador. My bad. 2. Anyway.
She's going to be tough.
Yeah,
she
will be.
We'll go a little bit against her while using her, though. But we're on the turf. No TT pick 3 today.
Nope.
But that'll be back tomorrow. We've got some exciting news to talk about tomorrow, too, with that new wager that is now official.
Exciting.
I think that's pretty cool between us and our sister track, Santa Anita. But let's get it going on the turf here. Let me make sure rails at 66 feet in the opener. $35,000 maiden claimers here, a mile and a 16th for these 3-year-olds and up. Scratch out the 3, Ghost's Little Secret, as well as the 5, Message of Hope. And we are on the same horse. It's now or never. Inherent Promise.
Yeah.
Today's your day, buddy.
I scratched into him.
Okay.
My Message of Hope
replay,
was my best bet, so because I was just so against Inherent Promise, and then of course No Good Deed Goes Unpunished.
Right.
Here he is here, and this, like you said, today's got to be his day. He's had everything almost go exactly his way. He still can't get it done, but maybe today, like you said, will be it. He drops in class. Finally.
Yeah.
But I can't even say finally because he still runs well at the maiden special weight level. He just doesn't want to win.
He doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think he's just probably, to be perfectly blunt about it, he's not a maiden special weight horse.
That's fair, yeah.
He's in for 35. They're not giving him away.
No.
I like that. It's time to pick up a win.
Yeah.
They've given him 14 tries. Lisa Lewis took him up to Colonial. None of it worked out. He, as Samantha said, he runs well. He has got to win today. Wouldn't shock me at all if he's even money right now. Wouldn't shock me at all if he's odds on with the scratches. At least you get some value underneath with the 1 Social Majesty, who has been a total no-show, 2 starts in a row.
I know. I don't know what. Yeah. It's a bit of a head-scratcher because the grass effort back on May 10th was actually a really...
It's a huge effort.
Yeah, it was way better than it looked like on paper. It was just a nice grinding effort. It was, of course, a blanket finish, so I kind of tend to agree with you when you say that when they all bunch up together at the finish line, it's not the greatest. Well, that angle played out right because in the last 2 races, it, like you said, just been no-shows. Could today be a little bit of a reversal? I think with the scratches that this horse plays well here.
Without a doubt. Blinkers on the 7. I should have mentioned that. And Miss Samantha will always take a chance at telling you Union Rags on the turf. So let's see the stat on the 2, the Rizzer.
How stubborn can I get?
I can't even. I printed this out, but I didn't look at it. But
there you go. 71 for 1,355, 5% on the grass. Hey, today
unsolicited stat from Samantha.
Thank you. I know. I cannot help myself. It will be to my own detriment here, I think. But even in a 5-horse field, I can't do it. I still can't do it.
We laugh and we joke and we kid. That's a monster stat.
It's huge,
I mean,
right?
This is a Triple Crown horse. He doesn't want nothing to do with the turf.
No.
And you see it You've seen it 1,355 times.
Exactly.
Stop doing it.
You would think, right?
You would think, but
No.
we'll see. Excuse me. Early pick 4 in race number 2.
You need a second?
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna.
Yeah, please do that. Yeah, and Brian is going to run back the early pick 4 here. I am on Rainbow Bambo duty over the weekend, but this we're going to presume is a run back, right?
Yeah, run back here. You know, Ronnie texted me last night. He goes, "I hope she hits it this week."
I hope I do. I will never live it down if I don't hit it while Ron Nicoletti is away. So I've got, if it's not today or tomorrow, maybe Sunday.
Maybe Sunday. So that would be the day to hit it on a mandatory Sunday,
yeah.
to be sure. But let's get into race 2 now. 5.5 on the Tapeta. $8,000 2 Ls for the fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. A couple courses that scratch here that had legit chances. The 2 Bella Mendez out and the 3 Spatula. Both of those are out. We're on the same horse on the outside. Pizzicato got to the Tapeta last time, and boy, oh boy, did she run really well.
Yeah, see, I thought I was being smart here with making this a long shot. Not really.
Well,
Not,
you know,
especially
she was
now
28.
with scratches.
Yeah, the scratches. She was 28-1 last time, so they don't always come back to them. That race really sticks out, though.
Yeah, I think that if there weren't any scratches, maybe we could have gotten 5 or 6. But now with those, she's drawn absolutely perfect here. She got onto the Tapeta for the first time with these connections. She hadn't been on the Tapeta in a really long time, and she ran really well. And this is just, you could not ask for a better post position here.
No, and Jose Ferrer rode her last time on the Tapeta. He's going to put her into the race. That's what you want to do, sprinting on the Tapeta. So she looks live in here, to be sure. Down on the inside with Leprechana, you know, what are you going to get from her? Facing older today, the further and further you get away from the debut win, which still probably isn't good enough, to be honest, the less and less she looks. I don't know.
It's tough. I think the scratches help her chances a little bit, at least to get a nibble. The rail draw, it's not ideal, but I just have to assume that Bobby DeBona is going to at least move her up a little bit more on a freshening.
I'll say this, the scratch of Spatula helps her because Leprechana is going to be in front now.
Yeah.
She might not have to work that hard. She's probably the horse that's going to get hit the most odds-wise with the scratches because the race now unfolds where she could make the front in here. Let's take a look at Sweet Sash and Windrush. They ran 2-3 last time, Windrush getting the better of Sweet Sash.
Well, Sweet Sash would probably have have another win at least if she didn't have this running style where she just tries to loop the whole field and she makes a big run, but Windrush is always going to be put in a better position because Windrush has a little bit more dimensionality than she does.
That's
Sweet
a word?
Sash. I don't know.
Wow.
I made it up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance of that, but I get what you're saying. That frightens me a little bit too. Sweet Sash does get an extra half furlong to work with today. That won't hurt her, but Samantha said it perfectly. The running style you're going to employ is just not going to typically win Tapeta sprints, whether you're going 5 or 5.5 for that matter. Race number 3, a mile, flat one-turn mile on a fast main track. 12-5 maiden claimers here, 3-year-olds and up. It's a clean 7-pack, and we're going to live or die together today, I guess, because we've got the same horse here too. Valid Sense, man. I've been trying to get Ruben Sierra home. You're jumping aboard today.
I am. Yeah, maybe the two of us will get it there. This horse here, I don't think that he liked the sloppy track 2 starts back. He came back and still ran quite well against Sunday Song last time. There's no Sunday Song today. It's like each race he knocks off a competitor or two, but still
out of the maiden ranks.
But still can't get a victory.
You know, Ruben has been just so snake bitten all year, really. But he's got 15 underneath finishes. You know what I mean? You turn 3 of those seconds into wins, and the barn's having a solid meet. So it's going to come sooner than later, and I think Valid Sense gets a legit chance. Garincha's underneath for you, Gustavo Delgado. This horse got to the main track last time and really ran pretty well.
Yep, he did, and it was it the mile or was it just a little bit more maturity? I'm not so sure, but I think that between the 4 and the 5, they've tangled last time out together. Maybe the 4 just has a bit more upside. That's why I just
I
have
agree
him
totally.
flip-flop.
And
Yeah.
the Theo's Thunder is the exact same horse we just talked about in the last race. I mean, you're going to be 15 lengths out of it. How are you going to get there? You can't.
Yeah.
And they're going to bet him. I mean, he's your more than 9 figure. You got Edgard, you got Antonio teaming together. He makes sense, but he's just always running out of room.
Yep, exactly.
And that's how it looks again today, at least on paper. We'll take a break here. 3 down, 6 to go. When we come back, Rainbow Six time right here. $150,000 in the estimated jackpot. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access past performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you here today and all weekend as Ronnie's off this weekend. And that means Samantha's got Rainbow Six duty as we kind of prefaced it to start the show. Mandatory Sunday, okay? So take note of that. But today we got an estimated jackpot of $150,000. Let's see what Samantha's got cooked up here as it kicks off in race number 4.
Okay, 2880. Wow. The maths on the Rainbow Sixes make no sense to me ever, because this is such a random number to come up with. Okay, so this race I don't have a very good grip on. The 2 maidens in this sequence are, to be honest, I had a lot of trouble with them, this one included. I'm just going to single She's High Maintenance in race number 5. At race number 6, this one, I don't know how you did the line here. This is just nearly impossible. I do have the 4 on top, Stella Bionda, I guess. Bionda, thank you. Stella Bionda on top with not a lot of conviction. Race number 7, the 6 on top for me. That is Coercive. I'm going to put in Gallant Knight as well, who's going to come to the races as a gelding. And in race number 8, it's a spread race. I don't even have your long shot, and that's, I believe, the 3 ticking. And then in the finale, the 4 on top for me. Boombox Betty, I'm going to use Violence and Peace as well. 4 to 5. I know that probably doesn't make sense to use them both, but Boombox Betty's going to try a dry track today. At least I hope so at 5:20 in the afternoon. So 2880 is the play.
If you're seeing a 4 to 5 morning line, that means like she might be 1 to 5 in the finale.
She really might be.
You want to talk about an anchor, Violence and Peace.
Yeah.
Gallant Knight, very well said.
Thank you. I learned finally. Thank you all very
Gallant
much.
Knight. Here we go now. Race number 4, $25,000 maiden claimers. 2-year-old fillies go at it. 6 furlongs on a fast main track. Weather looks good today, knock on wood. Big scratch of the 3. Zany Lady is out. And the stat that we had with her on the 4, a saint she ain't.
Second-time starter. Now we'll get to the main track. She had a lot of size to her. There was a breeze on her back in May 7th, before she ran, and I just thought that she had a lot of size to her. I like the fact that we'll get to the main track today for the Ron Spatz barn. And Misael stays, so he saw something that he liked on debut at least.
Yep. Just literally draw a line through her race. She was never involved.
No.
She broke glass. It was on the turf. Ronnie, as good as he is, I think his stats first turf are not great.
No, they're not. You're right.
Yeah, so I would expect a lot better from her today, to be sure. I don't have anything clever. Goldie Glory is my best bet of the day. She's going to get back to the main track. She broke from the rail behind Mythical, arguably the best 2-year-old filly in the country for Arundel. Chased early, and then obviously, she's not a maiden special weight horse. I think the turf race last time was maybe more indicative of what she can bring to the table.
Yep. She'll get some extra distance, which I think is what she's going to want, because she just has that more kind of even running style. This is a good post position, if anything.
I'll say this, and I'm just noticing it as I talk now. Different trainers, but Stonehenge had the 3.
Yeah.
They're going to run the 2. Again, different trainers. Interesting.
Yeah, unraced dam, second foal. None of them have raced. Nothing to see here, but it's Jose D'Angelo. It's Edgar Zayas. Good signs.
You got to really, guess maybe isn't the right word, but to get Jose first out, you got to be right. That horse ran off the screen the other day. He's 9%, and more often than not, they don't.
Well, did I tell you my theory on this?
No,
I
go
believe
ahead.
that it's when they come from an OBS sale, like
Okay.
a 2-year-old training sale, they've got more of a bottom, like foundation. And
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, and like the one he ran the other day, that was the
Was-
work that we showed.
That's right,
Yep.
yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe
I've always thought that, just
Yeah.
that they're
just
cranked
a little
up
bit.
a little
Exactly.
bit more.
Yeah.
For lack of a better way of putting it. Late pick 5 here in race number 5. 7 furlongs on a fast main track. 12-5, 2 L's going at it. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch out the 3. She Might Dance Salsa. You want to run this late pick 5?
We could just flash it
All
up. It's a run back of my 2880 Rainbow 6. $24 is the play here. And I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off early.
Yeah, I like this horse.
Chancelicious, I like a lot as well, but we're going to take on winners for
Yeah.
the first time today. So I didn't feel like it would do, as you like to say, do anybody any favors to use them both. So
No.
I'll just single here.
It'd be $48 if you did,
There you go.
Right.
That's some maths
There
there.
you
Double
go.
the ticket.
I like what you're doing here. I think She's High Maintenance is in a really good spot here.
Yeah.
She's going to run on a fast main track for the first time, too.
Yeah, well, we say that.
Very true. I think we're okay.
I think we are too. I don't think we're supposed
Very
to get maybe
true.
some rain, probably on our drive home, because that's
There
just
you
how
go.
life will have it.
Chancelicious was good. We'll show it to you. There's nothing to show, really, but she
Yeah.
was good. She's the speed in here. The question is anybody going to run with her? She just drubbed the bottom here to
Yeah.
break her maiden at 7-5, but thank you, Bob. Bob was in yesterday working. Appreciate it. It was a breakthrough win. You don't have to pick her on top. We
Nope.
didn't, but it was a really big effort, and it was fast, too.
It was. Well, just take note of Violence and
Yeah.
Peace, who we're going to see in the nightcap here. The Chancelicious just completely blitzed all of them and kept on going. It did take her a couple of starts to finally get there. Did she find her right surface, her right class? I'm not really sure. I think it was probably a combination
Yep.
of a bit of both, but
Yep.
can she do it again? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a huge chance. She's
She does,
7-5 in this race for a reason. Amador's going good again. We like to see that. So the race goes through her, but again, you're facing winners
Yep.
today. I made the 1 the favorite over the stablemate, the 5. I just feel like Classic Ballad, I know they better, but she's moving up to 12-5 today. These are, I feel like, the 2 house horses are solid. I
They
think.
are, and they're solid 12-5
That's
level
what yeah.
horses. So I agree with your sentiments there. Yeah.
Good one to kick off the late pick 4 in race number 6. It's at 5 furlongs on the turf. Again, the rail's at 66 feet. Here's a maiden special weight for the 2-year-old fillies. Scratch out the 8. The long shot more Miss Mojo is out. We'll take a look at my late pick 4 ticket. $18. I lost my top pick in race 7, so I added. I scratch into the 8 there. That is Gallant Knight. That's Samantha's top pick. My long shot is an absolute close your eyes and hope that there's something left in the tank for ticking. The 3-horse in race 8, who I have admittedly never guessed right on or gotten right for that matter. And if they beat Violence and Peace today, I will not hit. I would be stunned if that horse doesn't win, at least on paper. But they do run races, and that's what has to happen in the finale. So here we go now in race 6. You kind of alluded to it. It's difficult.
Impossible,
There's
yeah.
not a lot of pedigree. You certainly couldn't see anything. I think we have. All right, you're not picking Lady Lullaby at all. I think we have. I have the favorite, and you have probably the second choice. Stella Bionda, the D'Angelo firster.
Yeah, I don't. Again, like you said, there's nothing to go off
Right.
of here, and what you do have, it doesn't really key you in on anything, which is tough, especially if you're playing horizontally. But there at least was one sibling to win first time out. Lo and behold, it was turf sprinting.
Okay.
That's literally all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check the tote board.
Yeah.
Although the tote board's only going to point you in the quote unquote wrong direction on the 4 or the 6, because they have to be betting this race. So
Yes.
if the 4 is sitting up there at 8-1. That's a toss.
Right.
If the 6 is not bet, that's a toss too. I didn't want to pick her. Perfectly honest with you, I just kind of feel like I don't know what's in here, and I just with Safi and E5 and Edgard, she's ready to win.
That's fair.
I don't know if she's any good or not, but she's ready to win. You got a stat here for Silver State? Is
yeah,
this another?
this is another.
I mean, he is a freshman sire,
he
right?
Is,
okay.
Yeah, but he was a sire that didn't get good until he got older.
Yeah.
And I feel like horses like that sometimes are not the best sires. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just another theory I have. I'm testing it out here. No first-time out winners, so...
Well, it's a legitimate stat. You're up to 16 of them now.
Yep.
So, and Silver State was a dirt router for Steve Asmussen. So, I don't. Pedigree doesn't bug me much in turf sprints,
No.
but you're going to take a short price on, we don't know. What did it get? The 3 time for peace. Hey, you got experience here.
At
I think
least.
that's the big deal, right?
Yep, this is a nice bred horse. So at least Bridlewood homebred,
Sure.
and I like the fact that they give her at least one more shot, made it specially, because I feel like these are connections that they're pretty quick to drop if there's nothing here.
5-2 on debut
So.
as well. Hey, we found something on Happy Feet Hannah.
Yes.
That's the 2. First-time starter for Abreu here.
Yeah.
2-year-old purchase. So let's see what we got working here.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot. This gal here, the one thing I wanted to note about this and why it's so important when you look at the tapeta, how heavy it is here.
Dark.
It was 87 degrees. This is warm, and it kind of just seems like she's just kind of running in place a bit. And I think that's why it's so important to take note of works like this. And when you look at how warm it was outside, that you're a little bit up against it. Now, that being said, she's a big kind of strong filly. I feel like she's more suited to dirt, but at the same time, it could just appear that way. Camera angles play tricks on you. We'll have to look at her. But St. Patrick's Day, 0 for 21 with turf sprints. That's surprising to me.
Dirt router.
But you just would think one would pop up.
Sure. Watch the board on the 1, Baronia. I know we know how fast they work over the Palm Meadows turf. They don't
Yep.
work 35 and 2.
No, that's true.
Crazy fast.
And by the way, great job up there to
Got
the,
the
the
rail.
turf Palm Meadows people. That turf looks great. We
Yeah.
saw it this week.
We did see it this week.
Looks
That was
fantastic.
cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second. This horse is very fast with the only work on turf we'll see.
Yep.
Low percentage trainer, but a European pedigree here too. She wants the turf
Yep.
to be sure.
Absolutely.
Late pick 3 in race number 7. 5 on the Tapeta here. It's a 17.5 2L. 3-year-olds and up. We've got the big scratch of the 2, and that is Smokin' Jack Flash, second choice at least in terms of the morning line. I had her. You've got the 6. I scratch into the 8. We'll start with you. Coercive.
We'll get a drop in class now, and I think that the drop last time at least helped a bit. I felt like that day on July 5th was a very speed-favoring Tapeta day, and this guy came from out of it, and that was just his second start off of a layoff,
Yep.
and he'll drop in class. We know that these Boucheros love the Tapeta. Could today finally be his day again?
Yep. Macor drew in the other day and won as
That's
a pretty
right.
stiff favorite, so that flatters him a little bit. I'm on the 8, Gallant Knight. I thought you had, okay, you mentioned this horse. You don't have him.
Yep.
Gallant Knight and Hot Take Jake. They ran on the 27th. Since then, Hot Take Jake has come back to win. It's a good effort for Gallant Knight.
Yeah.
First start on the Tapeta with Lasix and blinkers. Boom. Night and day better.
It was a great effort here, which was good for him because he was poised to finally break through, and finally, at least on a class drop, he did. They'll bring him right back in the same spot. He put away Hot Take Jake, who was a very stiff favorite that day comfortably. So why not? I mean, why couldn't he do it again? I don't know.
Yeah, and he's fresh. Hot Take Jake. I mean, it was
Right.
July 26th. Not like it was
That's true.
wheeling right back, but he thumped him here, and he
Yep.
did it good, and he's outside of him, too. There's a lot of pace in here to set up your guy. That's why I was going with the 2.
Yeah.
For sure. I do want to mention, this was right as we came on the air, Gallant Knight is an announced first-time gelding as well. So just take note of that. Grand Joker, honestly, if they had bet this horse a little last time, I might have used him. They didn't. 16-1 for Barboza.
Yeah.
Very odd.
Weird, and he ran like it, too.
And he ran like it, too. He's going to get some pace, though.
Yeah.
So that'll help him. Late double in race number 8. The feature's a fun one and a difficult one today. State-bred optional claimers are going at it, 3-year-olds and up. The other late scratch that we got in our ear as we came on, the 1, is also a first-time gelding, late change, excuse me. Expect the Best is going to run as a first-time gelding. Lasso. I'm off this barn now.
Fair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Carlos David. Some of these horses are not running, at least how I would have expected them.
That's fair. Yep. Okay. Your frame of reference are the brethren's going 2 turns on the ground.
All right.
That's fair.
Merlin, out.
Merlin's done, as well as Bowie. They're do not bet back anymore. Yeah, look, to be honest, it's not like I love this horse on top by any means. We'll find out today if there's anything left here.
Yeah.
It's a drop in class that's actually, it's not even that. He's at least going to get back with state breds. Maybe that will wake something up in him here, but he is what he is at the end of the day. I think that 7 furlongs is better than a mile for him.
Well, I mean, the state bred race on April 25th is going to put him right on the line with this group. I don't know if he can get back to it.
That's a good question.
Watch the board here. Sometimes when they don't bet this barn, toss. I mean, you can argue with me all day about Merlin. He was 6-1. No way he should have been 6-1.
Yeah.
And he ran like he was 6-1. If you printed early like we do, this horse did work on 8/17.
Yes.
I think that's important because if you printed early, you're wondering this horse hasn't worked in a month.
Yeah.
He did get a work right here. So that I think is, it's noteworthy if nothing else. What's left with ticking? I don't know. But finally, he's in for a tag, but finally he's going to run against state breds. That's all I'm taking a shot with.
Yeah. Geez, I print 10 deep, and he hasn't been with state bred since then. So.
And you know what I like, too? He's kept his speed.
He has, yeah.
He's not going to be in front here, but he's kept his speed before calling it a day. I hope we get the right price because his form just looks off, gone.
Exactly. You want to get 8-1. You should.
Yeah, because now when you flip the page, you got real horses like Miami Frank and Raging Fury. I'm going to show you Raging Fury. What happened to Raging Fury off the layoff is that he caught a horse that's going to win stakes races, and he had the middle move, and he got fried.
Yeah, big
this
time.
horse is going places, right? Trace Coronas?
I'm, shocked at it as well. This horse just has stepped up in a big way, and Raging Fury took it to him.
Yep.
You got to give him credit for that because that's not easy to do at all, and he did it. Now he paid the price, and he tracked back to third after this, but of course he did. But today there's no Tris Coronas.
No, exactly, and he would have clearly been second if he didn't try to win the race there on the far turn. Well, it's behind him now. There's no Trace Coronas in here. I think he's the horse to beat. Miami Frank, I thought he was Lock City 2 starts back, and I don't want to say he ran poorly. That's not the case, but I feel like he was a little disappointing.
That's fair. Yeah, I agree. And then he went up to Colonial and ran in a 6-horse field there and only beat half of them home.
Yeah, kudos to Safi for reading the condition book. That was a pretty salty spot. And he didn't run that well, right?
No, not really.
So this is you could go a lot of different ways here.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep on moving. I don't know why, but he was really good last time.
Yeah, he was.
Finally broke through.
This is a tough group to jump up to, especially when you just beat Skellig Michael, which I kind of thought that horse would be a little bit better, and he still made
open maidens, though.
That's fair.
Look at the 6, Tiafimo for Javier Negrete. Low percentage barn, 46-1 last time. Runs huge, right behind Miami Frank.
Yeah. No, not a lot of speed, which worries me.
No, that's a problem.
Right.
Expect the best. He's coming back on the main track for D'Angelo. I mean, they might bet this horse a little bit. So
this is the blow up in the rainbow race.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Hopefully it's ticking, but I could see that. Well, the 9th is the blow up in the rainbow race too.
Well,
if you can beat the 1, I'm not looking to do it. 6.5 on a fast main track. 12-5 maiden claimers here. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch to 7, and that is Sawakin, we're going to call it. And you're going to try to beat just ginormous favorite.
Right.
Hey, Boombox Betty woke up a little bit last time.
A little bit, and we'll try the dirt,
Sure.
a fast main track. Now, this is Florida at 5:21 in the p.m.
Yeah.
You never know, but let's just assume for the sake of this
Right.
segment here that it is going to be a fast track, and she at least has upside because she's lightly raced, and I like the fact that Ron Spatz does put her on the dirt here.
Yeah, and to be fair, she caught a buzzsaw. La Gioconda ran off the screen that day.
Yes,
So,
very fair.
you know, and hey, she's going to be a square price because you got a 4 to 5 morning line favorite who like I said,
Yeah.
she's might be 1 to 5 in here.
Yeah, she could be, yeah.
That's Violence and Peace off the claim for Gonzalez. The race last time just absolutely drowns this field. She would have won that race 19 times out of 20.
That's true.
But
See how Chancelicious runs too, right?
great point, because Chancelicious, we showed you the replay earlier. Chancelicious was good. This horse was a football field ahead of third. You got Oscar off the claim. He's back now. He's running horses.
Yep.
You get Edgard's here as well. Short number. Anchors galore and all the horizontals for everybody. If you're trying to sweep a rainbow today, this is your all race.
Yeah.
To be sure. Princess Honor. You know what I like about Princess Honor quickly, because you have her in the mix too? She gets off. Theoretically, she shouldn't be pressed as the inside speed today.
Yeah, and that which actually should probably help
Huge.
for her
Yeah.
here. And she does have speed.
Yep.
That helps.
That's why I put her underneath that. Maybe add some value, because the one's going to be in front.
Right.
Edgard's, I'm on the best horse. You can come get me
Yeah.
if you think you can. So fun lightning round after the 9 of them here for you. Let's take a look at it now, as we do each and every Friday. Now we check the standings, and I can promise you nothing has changed, and I don't think anything is going to change. Certainly not on the jockeys' standings, but a fun battle. Amicio's kind of got in control of second, but that's cool down below.
Yeah, that is. Miguel, Edwin, and Jose
Yep.
Morelos. Just, wow, Jose Morelos. This is impressive. 63 wins.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
I'm just totally guessing, but a year ago today,
I
think
don't. Yeah.
20.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking as well, huh?
Good for Jose. One of the good guys, always smiling around here. We like that. Safi, let's see what's going on here. Is he down the road yet or what? Okay, so Jose's putting up a good fight.
He is, yeah.
Just 6 behind.
It'll be interesting, like, whenever Saratoga's finished and some of the horses start cycling back here, if that will tighten up. Because we still have until November? Yeah. So
A lot of heavy lifting left, and those two are clearly dominating. Carlos David doing his thing, too. Now, tomorrow, it's Travers Day up at Saratoga, so we're going to be a little early tomorrow. 12:40 is our first post. That means Samantha and I will promptly be on the air at 11:40 tomorrow.
Yeah, I know everybody is clamoring to watch our Saturday afternoon thoughts. Don't worry, there are some people, my mother included.
Mom's
so,
always watching.
Yeah, she is. Absolutely. So there we go. I'll have to remind her.
12:40, and come on out to Silks. It'll be popping. Travers Day at Saratoga. It'll be a lot of fun. It's always a good time here at Gulfstream Park. There's a taste at the track tomorrow as well. We did a podcast this week, another one out, and that's a good segue too, because Miss Samantha caught up with our buddy, one of the good guys, Junior Alvarado. He was great.
Yeah.
He is great, but that was really fun.
Yeah, yep, it was. And just it's really cool just to hear about Sovereignty and their journey together. It's just really wild to think that a week before the Florida Derby, he was down laying on the grass course, and we're wondering, all right, is he going to get up? Is he okay? And then a month later, a month and a half later, wins the Kentucky Derby. I mean, it's just insane.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
He was good, and thoughts on his ice cream eating
as
well.
Any chance to talk about ice cream, we'll
talked to Bo Chapman. We were up at Palm
that was
Meadows
awesome.
and our buddy Alfredo with Ipico. So that was pretty cool. As we mentioned already, a mandatory Rainbow Six on Sunday. And, if we get there, we've got 2 racing days left, but the pool should be well over $1 million.
Yep, it should. And it's going to be a big day on Sunday and a lot of fun. We'll have tickets out. We'll both try to take it down in spite of Ronnie.
Yeah, my ticket was very tight. I will say that. Best bet for you today?
Oh, I lost it. It was in the opener.
Okay.
Yeah, Message of Hope.
All right,
She's
we'll go
out.
with me. Race number 4, the 7, Goldie Glory. Your long shot's not going to get there either with a couple of scratches.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I hope I have one at least. Ticking is in mine in race number 8, the 3. I really hope we can eke out 8 to 1.
Yeah, you should.
On that. So that's it. Pete is upstairs thinking about him, so we'll send it up to him right now. Happy to have you aboard on a 9-race Friday card.